Good morning, third grade. I'm going to bring you our first read aloud. And in third grade, we do a chapter book, usually in 9 weeks. So our first chapter book this 9 weeks is Lulu and the Brontosaurus. And it is written by Judith Viorst. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that author because she's a very famous author that has written some stories that you might know. So I'm going to start today with Lulu and the Brontosaurus. So if you look at the cover, you can see we have Lulu and the Brontosaurus. Make a prediction in your head what you think this story might be about. Chapter 1. There once was a girl named Lulu, and she was a pain. She wasn't a pain in the elbow. She wasn't a pain in the knee. She was a pain. A very big pain in the B-U-T-T. Now, Lulu was an only child, and her mom and her dad gave her everything she wanted. And guess what? Lulu wanted everything. Tons of candy, tons of toys, tons of watching, tons of cartoons on TV. And if her mom and her dad ever said, and they hardly ever said it, "Sorry, darling, we think you've had enough," what do you think Lulu would do if they said that? Make a prediction. Well, Lulu would screech till the light bulbs burst and throw herself down on the floor, and then she would kick her heels and wave her arms, and pretty soon her mom and her dad would say, "Well, just this once," and let her have whatever she wanted. Are you ready? You're going to see a true description of Lulu in this picture. I bet you could give me a character trait of how she feels right now. I bet nobody would say happy or excited. Give me a character trait of how she feels. Maybe angry, sad, mad. That brings us to chapter 2. I'll read one more. 2 weeks before Lulu's birthday, she announced to her mom and her dad that she wanted a Brontosaurus for her B-Day present. What did she say? What? A Brontosaurus? Yes, she wanted a Brontosaurus for a pet. At first, Lulu's mom and her dad just thought she was making a little joke. And then they saw, oh horrors, that she was serious. They patiently explained that a Brontosaurus is quite an enormous dinosaur who lives in forests, not in people's houses. Is that where a Brontosaurus would live? In a forest? I'm afraid that I'm not absolutely sure, but since I'm the person writing the story, I'm putting this Brontosaurus in a forest, along with a lot of other wild beasts that I'm absolutely sure did not live on Earth when dinosaurs were there. Anyway, Lulu's mom and her dad continued explaining to her. Although a Brontosaurus is into eating plants, not animals, including human animals like Lulu, and although it is cute in a long-necked, pin-headed way, it is much too huge and too wild to be a good pet. A dog, a cat, a goldfish, a bird, a gerbil, a guinea pig, a Brontosaurus, definitely no. There's our Brontosaurus. And there's our other choices of better choices for pets. You guys can see them. Would you like a Brontosaurus for a pet? That brings us to chapter 3. So when we meet, maybe we can talk about if you would like a Brontosaurus for a pet, or what kind of pet would you like to have if you could have a new pet, or if you got to choose any pet on Earth, what would you pick? All right, I hope you enjoyed chapter 1 and 2 of Lulu Walks the Dogs. Bye, guys.